Hi, this is Julieta Yang Orfiano. Welcome to my video. If this is your first time on my channel, please like, share, and subscribe so that I can notify you when I have a new video. This is the continuation of part 11 about inventories. I discussed in part 11 about the inventory items that are ordinarily interchangeable. First in, first out, or the FIFO method. Just click above or the link below this video to watch part 11. In this video, I am going to discuss the inventory items that are ordinarily interchangeable, the weighted average method. The weighted average. This method considers goods to be indistinguishable and is therefore valued at an average of the cost incurred. Moving average method or perpetual system. This requires the computation of a new unit cost after each purchase and subsequent issues are priced at the latest average unit cost. Weighted average method or periodic system. Under the weighted average cost formula, the cost of each item is determined from the weighted average of the cost of similar items at the beginning of a period and the cost similar items purchased or produced during the period. The weighted average method or the moving average for perpetual inventory system and weighted average for periodic inventory system has a stabilizing effect on net income. During period of rising prices, the use of the weighted average method produces a not so high cost of goods sold and not so low net income as the earlier lower costs tend to stabilize the effect of increasing prices on both cost of goods sold and the ending inventory. During period of decreasing prices, the weighted average method produces a not so low cost of goods sold and not so high net income as the higher earlier costs tend to stabilize the effect of decreasing prices on both cost of goods sold and ending inventory. The PAS or IAS number 2 inventories does not permit the use of the last in first out or the LIFO formula to measure the cost of inventories. Under the LIFO method, the cost of the most recent purchase is charged to cost of sales. Hence, the cost of inventory is based on the cost of the earliest acquisition. Illustration of the inventory cost allocation method or cost formulas. The ABC merchandising inventory records showed the following data relative to a particular item sold regularly. Assume transactions in the order given. Transaction. First, inventory. Units, 2,000. Unit cost, 50. Number 2, purchases. Units, 18,000. Unit cost, 52. Number 3, sales at 130 per unit. Units, 7,000. Number 4, purchases. Units, 6,000. Unit cost, 55. Number 5, sales at 135 per unit. Units, 16,000. Number 6, purchases. Units, 3,000. Unit cost, 60. Determine the cost of ending inventory, cost of goods sold, and gross profit under each of the following methods. First, specific identification method or sales of number 3 originated from the purchase of number 2 while sales of number 5 originated from number 2, 11,000 units, and number 4, 5,000 units. Number 2, FIFO method. Number 3, weighted average method. Number 4, moving average method. Specific identification method. Cost of ending inventory. From number 1, 2,000 times 50 pesos is 100,000 pesos. From number 4, 1,000 times 55 pesos is 55,000 pesos. From number 6, 3,000 times 60 pesos is 180,000 pesos. The total cost of ending inventory, 335,000 pesos. Cost of goods sold. Number 3, sales. 7,000 times 52 is 364,000 pesos. Number 5, sales. 11,000 times 52 pesos is 572,000 pesos. 5,000 times 55 pesos is 275,000 pesos. The total cost of goods sold is 1,211,000 pesos. Gross profit, sales, 7,000 times 130 pesos plus 16,000 times 135 pesos is 3,070,000 pesos. Less cost of goods sold for 1,211,000 pesos. Gross profit is 1,859,000 pesos. FIFO method. Cost of ending inventory. Most recent cost, 3,000 units at 60 pesos, 180,000 pesos. Next month recent cost, 3,000 units at 55 pesos is 165,000 pesos. Total cost of ending inventory is 345,000 pesos. Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods available for sale, 2,000 times 50 pesos is 100,000 pesos. 18,000 times 52 pesos is 936,000 pesos. 6,000 times 55 pesos is 330,000 pesos. 3,000 times 60 pesos is 180,000 pesos with a total of 1,546,000 pesos. Less cost of ending inventory, 345,000 pesos. Cost of goods sold, 1,201,000 pesos. Gross profit, sales, 7,000 times 130 pesos plus 16,000 times 135 pesos is 3,070,000 pesos. Less cost of goods sold, 1,201,000 pesos. Gross profit is 1,869,000 pesos. Weighted average method. Cost of ending inventory. Total goods available for sale, 1,546,000 pesos divided by 29,000 units equals 53.31 average cost per unit times 6,000 units on hand is equals to 319,860 pesos. Cost of goods sold, 1,546,000 pesos less 319,860 pesos is equals to 1,226,140 pesos. Gross profit, 3,070,000 pesos less 1,226,140 pesos is equals to 1,843,860 pesos. Moving average method. A stock card is prepared as follows. The procedure for maintenance of the stock card are as follows. The number of units and total cost of the goods received are added to the previous respective balance to derive the new number of units on hand and the total cost of goods on hand. The total cost shall be divided by the number of units to determine the moving average unit cost. Thus, the 18,000 units purchased in transaction 2 plus 2,000 units previously on hand equals 20,000. 936,000 pesos cost of purchases of 18,000 units is added to the cost of the previous inventory 100,000 pesos. The sum is 1,036,000 pesos. 1,036,000 pesos is divided by 20,000 units, resulting to a moving average unit cost after transaction 2 of 51.80. The number of units sold or issued is deducted from the previous units on hand to determine the new number of units on hand after the issue. The cost of the units issued, which is number of units issued times the average unit cost before issuance, is deducted from the previous total cost of goods on hand. The unit cost remains unchanged, thus 7,000 times 51.80 is equals to 362,600, and 1,036,000 pesos less 362,600 pesos is equals to 673,400 pesos. 673,400 pesos divided by 13,000 is equals to 51.80. The cost of ending inventory after transaction 6 is the last figure in the balance column, 338,400 pesos. The cost of goods sold is the total cost in the issued column, 362,600 pesos plus 844,960 pesos is equals to 1,207,560. Gross profit, 3,070,000 less 1,207,560 pesos is equals to 1,862,440. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned something from this video. I did part 13 and continuation of this video wherein I discuss in part 13 about the measurement of inventory. Just click above or the link below this video to watch part 13. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on my channel so I can notify you if I have a new video. Once again, this is Julieta Yang Orfiano. See you on my next video.